Hello, Fabulous Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2016, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, in the context of love, it really is all about you. Of all the signs out there, you are about to be visited with one of the sweetest blessings that you are going to get, and that is Venus moving into your sign. Venus will move into your sign. Big news, right? We can put a big star around that. And then we have another move happening, and that is Mars. This month, Mars, by the end of the month, will will go direct. Was retro because we're in Mars retro season. But now Mars retro season is wrapping up. And so this is the final bit of Mars retro season happening now, and it will be denoted. Sort of the final little bit is going to happen this month when Mars moves into fellow fire sign Sagittarius. That is going to speak powerfully, especially those of you who are open to meeting someone new. And that is energy that's actually going to take us into next month as well. I'm going to talk a lot more about that next month, but next month is really big all around for so many reasons in the context of love. So as much as there's so much that's happening now, it really is next month that is going to put you on a path of clarity, on a path of wisdom, and a path of knowing who you are, and having that inform some big changes coming up in the realm of love, thanks to an eclipse that's going to happen in your opposite sign. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a heads up, because as much as there's amazing things happening now, the really big stuff, in some ways, you are preparing the ground for the really big stuff that's coming up next month. Big changes all around, positive changes as well set to take place. But use this month well. And how do you use it well? With the energy of love. Venus will be moving into your sign mid-month, and it's happening. Venus is moving into your sign right around the time of a pretty intense full moon. So early in the month, we've got a new moon happening that has its level of intensity. Mid-month, we've got a full moon that also has its level of surprises, that also can be, for some of us out there, a little intense as well. And all of that is bringing about some changes and some honesty and some clearing. And for you in particular, the month of July has to do with closing karmic ties, ending karmic chapters. That's really the big news of this month. So it's like knowing where you're done, knowing what has served its purpose, knowing where it is now, and being honest with yourself of where the past and what's long done is having too much influence on your present, and where now you're ready to move forward. So we have some of that energy happening, and that's going to speak powerfully to your understanding of love and what has been for you in love. And then Venus enters your sign. Now this is beautiful news, this is big news, because this is what ultimately reminds you and affirms to you that you have something that people are drawn to, that there is a unique beauty that you can express, that you can emit, that will allow other people to be magnetized towards you. And that really is very special, that really is very beautiful as well. There's an energy here as I look at Venus moving into your sign, and particularly right at the very end of the month. Once Mars moves into super harmonious position, back into the sign of Sag, and Venus speaks in supreme harmony with Uranus. I mean, I look at this and it says to me that you are moving powerfully and clearly towards your future in the context of love. So those of you who are in an established bond are going to experience this energy really with a restoration. So it is going to be about you recognizing what you're carrying into your future, what you're not, what chapters, what ways of being with your partner you're done with, and where it is now that you are ready to allow yourself to just be in love with this person and to experience more love with this person that you love. Like a choice is being made here, and that choice can change everything in the context of your relationship. It's powerful and it is clear, but there's a gentleness to it as well, and that makes it especially important. So it's allowing yourself to be loved, knowing that love doesn't have to be all hard work, but that there is a certain peace and tranquility that also expresses love as well, and allowing yourself to be in that space, allowing yourself to experience that, especially with this person that you love, very much a part of this. And by the time we get to the end of the month, you are feeling like a brand new chapter with this person. As for those of you out there who are in sort of open to meeting someone new, so not in an established bond, but open, dating, it is a few things that are going to speak to you. First of all, having Venus move into your sign is great all around for meeting someone new because it makes you that much more attractive. It allows you to appreciate your own unique style, your own unique beauty, and allows you to express that easily, and people are drawn to that in return. So just being yourself and pursuing what it is that feels good to you is the best way to meet people. But then we've also got that Mars moving into a super harmonious position for you, the part of the sky that has to do with flirting. And before the month is over, you will be open to getting your flirt on. It is that energy that you're going to be ending the month with, as well as that high breakthrough energy of Venus and Uranus. And this tells me that, especially the later we move into the month, you are feeling a sense of possibility, you're feeling a sense of prospects, you're probably going to start having a lot of fun as well, meeting new people, being introduced to new people. And in the mix, in the middle of all of that, the chance of making a connection with somebody that is very important to you and to your future, that feels fun, that feels light, that feels right, becomes that much more possible as we move towards the later part of the month. A little bit of a side note, regardless of your relationship status, do keep in mind, all else being equal, right? You also want to take into consideration your own chart. But all else being equal, as you move towards the later part of the month, having Venus speak with Uranus is really great for any kind of style, beautifying experiments. So they could end up going exceptionally well. So if you want to do a totally different hair color than you've done before, late in the month, a good time to make that happen. And also, like, you know, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to be real with you. If you want to get a tattoo or your next tattoo, depending on, you know, where you're with that, it is at the very end of the month that you've got an amazing sky for really liking the result. So whatever's edgy, whatever's experimental, if you're trying to do any kind of beautifying laser treatments for your face or your skin, plan to do that later in the month. You'll be very glad for it. So at the very end of the month is when you want to plan to do it. Again, all else being equal. But putting that aside, of course, this ultimately is about allowing your own beauty to come forward and knowing that that is enough, that you alone are enough to have the love that you desire. Whether you're in an established bond or you're open to meeting someone new, you are about to recognize and own and embody all those things that you know make you worthy of love, making love that much more possible for you. Head over to my website right now to get early access to the Jupiter Special Horoscopes. In the month of September, Jupiter will change signs, will move into the sign of Libra. This is so exciting, as all of us in some way are going to notice our blessings shift and feel ourselves getting more hopeful and getting more opportunity in a very practical kind of way in a new area of life. So based on your sun sign, based on your moon sign, your rising sign, Jupiter will bless your life in new ways. So to find out how and to get an early look into how, head on to my website, nadiyashah.com. And of course, those horoscopes will be available on YouTube to the public on YouTube in the month of September. But if you want an early look, visit my website. And I look forward to seeing you there. It'll be great. This move of Jupiter into Libra will be great. Enjoy.